Oh god.
Excuse me, young man, are you feeling okay?
Oh my god, keep it down. I'm trying to sit here with my best friend.
You've been doing nothing but drinking and posting
Nobody cares about on Twitter. When are you going to do something
productive, like review a video game?
Well, what do you expect me to do? It's not like a video game's gonna appear out of nowhere. Magic is real!
Okay, giggles aside, welcome to my new series. It'll mainly involve me revisiting games I played as a child or teenager and seeing if they hold up to the nostalgia. I'd also like to highlight some games that I feel deserve a little more attention, because being overly critical about games that are flawed due to age would reduce me to a cynical husk. The first game I'll be looking at is called Gauntlet Legends. Now this game holds a very special place in my heart because it was one of the first games I ever owned alongside Rayman and Crash Bash. And with promotional art like this, well, how could I refuse? It has the titties, buttocks and the dick, it is perfect for me. So what the heck happens in Gauntlet Legends? Well, I hope you're comfy because it's really kinda short. I'm gonna try and make this as simple as possible. Oh fuck.
So a very long time ago there was a nasty man called Saruman, and he wanted to summon Sauron, the Dark Lord, from his lava pit. But then he got scared, so Sauron splattered him, and he sent his magic rocks shooting around the world. But then Gandalf came out of nowhere, and he's here to put an end to things.
Other than the introduction, there's really not much story when you're playing Gauntlet Legends. I mean, you can talk to Summoner to get some information on the areas you're visiting, or alternatively, you can go to the instruction manual where it has an entire bloody prologue. Oh, don't you miss when I used to do this? So who are you in the game? Well, you can choose between 4 characters. You can be a warrior, Valkyrie, wizard, or archer. Now I'm gonna go for the archer because, you know, I've always really been into elves, if you know what I mean. You have the option to unlock different characters in the game, but for now I'm going to stick with the elf. You know, the best one. Every character has special moves that they can execute using triangle and X at the same time. I'm going to say these are redeeming things for the game, thanks to mowing down dozens of enemies at once, which makes progressing through the level more straightforward and less dull. Let's see some of them in action using the archer as an example. See this bar? When it charges to each colour, you can unleash a certain move. When it hits green, you can fire a large, powerful arrow. When it hits yellow, you fire a rapid cone of arrows. And finally, when you hit red...
You know, Roger Ebert, he once said that video games aren't art.
Was he wrong? I am so proud of you. Well, let's not beat around the bush, let's slip this baby in and have some fun. The first thing you'll notice when you enter the game is the hub world. The levels are split up into various portals which you need to stand on to enter. I think down to games like Spyro the Dragon and Crash Bandicoot, this is always something I admired as a child, and to some extent even today. There's a feeling of dread and excitement before you fall headfirst into unknown enemy territory. It's freaking sweet. And speaking of enemies, this game has a lot of them. Let's have a look at them now. We've got orcs, demons, BDSM albino men, Dark Souls, zombie cliches, people who love a good bounce, purple dwarves, big meaty dragon pussy, and so much more! Despite the variety, all enemies act the same. You have your typical ground enemies who lessen in power the more you destroy their base. You have ankle biters whose job it is to get in your fucking way and raise your blood pressure. And finally, you have your special enemies such as archers, bomb throwers, suicide bombers. Not in 2015, my little friend. You can also run into Death himself, although he's a bit of a pansy. He'll chase you around like you're playing Kiss Chase, suck out your sexual energy, then run away with his dick in between his legs. I mean, it's not like I don't want him to. I mean, he's a nice guy, strong jawline, and he'll kill me faster, which is probably a good thing. And here we see my favourite enemy, the mighty Golem. Such a majestic beast.
What are you doing in my swamp?
Release the golems like a clumsy fool, or sneak quietly by and keep your cool. You'll be fighting these enemies in action-packed levels such as mountain, cave, castle, dungeon, castle, field, field, above field, ice, 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 ice. The levels are fucking boring! Whilst running through these blisteringly fun levels, the goal of Gauntlet Legends is to get from point A to point B whilst collecting hidden runestones to grant access to the final level. Touching obelisks allows you to open gates to other areas in the hub world. You also have to press buttons to open doors or secret areas. A lot of them. In fact, it's making me want to press a button right the fuck now. You made me do this! When you want to attack an enemy, your character comes to a dead stop. That makes levels feel more longer than they should. Being able to move and attack would increase my enjoyment of the game without a doubt. It's also very easy to get lost. Getting from point A to point B is easier said than done because roughly 5 hours of my playthrough is spent running in random directions hoping it would lead to the exit. I'm not sure if this makes me sound like a big bawling baby, but I feel like I'd enjoy this more with a minimap that fills up the more you progress. One of my biggest problems of Gauntlet Legends is running around with no sense of direction and hoping you find a path that looks somewhat unfamiliar. This is not helped with a god-awful camera, which is one of the reasons why I'm probably not going to touch this game again in a long time. The camera controls itself. I should have included it as an enemy because I had more trouble trying to beat the game wrestling with the awkward camera angles than I did with a horde of bland enemies. Every time you see the camera swing wildly in various directions, that's not me. I'm just moving the character and hoping death takes me swiftly. Not this one though, I mean just look at how silly he is. I can't empathise enough how irritating it is when you can't manually tilt the camera to see what's beyond a gap in the floor or around a corner. Once you've finally found the exit, you can be greeted with a congratulatory screen, or if you've missed a runestone, Scorn will be very happy to remind you of it.
The rune remains my secret, puny fools. Your failure delights me.
Now, sweetie, don't get sassy. So, you've beaten the levels. You've got to the final portal of each section. It's time for some boss battles. Notice a pattern? Me too. When I have to excuse myself to boil the kettle and make a cup of tea just for some basic mental stimulation, I kinda realise the game I'm playing might not be for me. Stand still, fire arrows, dodge fire, get hit by unavoidable shockwave, rinse and repeat. I mean, they can't all be like this, we still have our good buddy Scorn to murder. Surely he'll be different. So what you're telling me is that the final boss that I spent hours trying to unlock was actually a carbon copy of every other boss I've fought so far? You cheeky rascal. So in conclusion, is this game worth playing in 2015 and onwards? No. It's dated and I completely accept that most of its flaws fall on the fact that games have simply advanced. The team who made it clearly cared deeply for it, but they were still a small team. Mistakes happen, things fall under the radar, and so long as they had fun making it, that's fine by me. I can't in good conscience recommend this to anyone. But if you feel like riding on the nostalgia train, then hop on board. Maybe use it for a sleeping pill. Hello, you made it to the end. Thanks for being so patient, it means a lot to me. If you liked the video, please share it with your buddies on Steam or Twitter. I'd love to see this channel grow, but it can only really happen if I get help from you guys. And finally, if you want to see what I'm doing outside of YouTube, follow me on Twitter. I've put a link in the description. Love you a ton. I'll see you in the next video.